Looks like we are off. Uncle says he got this covered. Apparently not. We'll see him in a moment soon. Starting with a bout of green goo, that's kind of the drink of if you have the magical weapon. So we have the brief map check. I think I saw all three reds in Light World. That's red pendant on Eastern and the 5-6 crystal on both on Hera and Desert. I'm not entirely sure. A vanilla sword. Well, that's the first time we see this. So as we go through the Cairo Castle, they will be killing some guards, hoping for the elusive bomb drop, so they can open the back 3 chests of the escape without going through all this over again. All the bottles in Hyrule Castle so far, they've only found 2. Having a little trouble against this ball and chain guards, up to use pots for a few hits. A single rupee in Zelda's chest. Maybe her allowance or something. So let's see how many guards they opt to kill on their way back. Nope, guards dropping down into a beast won't drop any item. So we have yet to find the small key, so the next chest is in the sewer is going to guarantee to be let. We have a few other enemies here down in the sewer. Let's see what those drops. A lot of hearts, but no bombs. Oh, a bomb from for Scooby from the mice. Now he has a small advantage. He can check the three chests down here. Let's see if Vasco decide to kill those bomb here, those mouse here. Got a bomb drop as well. So Book is at the back of his escape. And more bombs. Let's end up for Kakariko, which is always good. And bottle bender found in Sanctuary. So they are now all set for Kakariko. Yeah, as Chad said, early book can mean an early pass of Jack, but as the route from Sanctuary to Kakariko is almost autopilot, I'm not sure whether a runner will do that or not. A big 20 on numberjack 3. We're off to Lost Woods. Let's see if we get that pedestal check. A 5er for bush crab. Scooby doesn't seem to be interested in that. That's our third bottle in here in Lost Wood. Scooby didn't manage to kill an enemy before this, so he's triple whiffed, and he's going to give us that pedestal check. So did Vascos, actually. So get ready for 8 minutes streamed hype or die. Just a little piece of love. Pedestal is dead. 8 minutes in. Now let us Kakariko check as usual. Let's see what's in the well first, instead of Blind Hut. Vascos almost bombed himself to death there, and we have our Master Sword. And Power Glove. So we are 1-0 on our Dark Road SS package. nothing quite of interest in Blind's Hut. Small shield, a fireball shield will be way more useful because it can block way more things. Uh, Fighter shield can only block javelins. Tempest Sword in Carico. What is this? Version 18? Are we in that? Are we suddenly in 2017 again? Vascos now having the joy of getting bombs right after buying bombs. Always a nice feeling that. 300 on the library. The Scooby is scouting the racing game. He sees 10 arrows and he's snoping out of there. So now he's going to a dam. Now after dam, does he go to desert? Or does he go to Minimoto as usual? Vasco's attempt to return a book there, I don't think that's how it works, but hey, at least that's an attempt. Uh, the runner's record, this is a 1-0 match. Whoever wins advance to 2-1. All bottles. That's 4 bottles here. The side Scooby is continuing on to Min Modern Cave. Having some trouble against Minimoto even with Temper Sword, Moto has maximum evasion. Hammer! So now we are Moon Pearl away from Dark Lord SS. Oh, and all the heart you can get. So useful getting hammer as a weapon when you already have the Temper Sword. Well, the runners are following each other to the Ice Rock Cave to see what's there. Finding the Zora font, 300 rupees. You know what? We have a lot, but no progression. Looks like Vasco is farming rubies here, getting ready for a fake flipper up to Zora. And Scooby is going for, with that book, is going to Desert Palace. First try fake flipper. Let's see if he goes straight to Zora or go to Hobo first. You can fake flipper back from Hobo. It's fairly precise and has the potential to soft lock. Hope that doesn't happen to our runners here. Well, cave. Uh, we still don't have access yet. That requires the lamp, but finding cave here is interesting at least. So with that chest being not a small key nor a big key, we are confirming from Scooby's end this is a boost lock desert palace. So Scooby is exiting from the east exit and goes straight to Agina's cave. Two old man caves at the same time, and Green Pendant is in Skullwood from Saharasha. Agina's cave is a good old big 20. There you go, there's our Moon Pearl. So Vasco can go to Dark Road now, but he's going to check out what's inside Eastern Palace first. Scooby following to Saharasha's hut, going to find his Moon Pearl, and let's see where he goes from there. Finding flippers in the first chest in Eastern, that puts Vasco's cave into logic, and the whole Zora area and Waterfall Ferry, but that might not let whether that lead to anything else is yet to be seen. Scooby, right into Dark Road is going to check the high papers, going to the most dense item location here in Dark Road. Ruby Heart, meh, that's not entirely hype. Meanwhile, Vascos got a map from the third chest, so he's going to need to check that big key chest. And that's a compass, so both armors and the big key chest gonna have an item that's behind the dark room. The first doctrine of Eastern is not that bad if you have a sword to know where you are, because the room is only one screen and doesn't scroll. So Scooby is at the end of his first South Dark World exploration here at Digging Game. He cannot go anywhere from here. Find the shuffle. I was not counting, but that's a lot of digs. Only for a green rupee. Saving her just in time to avoid the time's up text box. So Vasco is going to check Skullwoods first before coming down to Seepstown. There are two items here in Skullwoods. There's one previous version that everything good is in Skullwoods, so I don't blame them for checking this first. Skullwoods is one of those. Hold on a minute, we have map check. I did not see where the last pendant is, so it's up to our tracker for that. So back to where I was. There are two items in Skullwoods. It's very important to count your items here so you don't open unnecessary chests. Bomb jumped into the big chest. Oh, mirror as the second item. That's pretty big. And with that cape, he can check bumper cape and graveyard ledge at the same time now. So we are going to check those. Nope, cape is not required this seat. How much adventures that Flipper's gift is still yet to be seen. Meanwhile, ScoobyD going straight to village of Outcast. There are 3 item locations here, plus a Crystal Thieves Town, which they can full clear right now. So let's see what they find here. Chess game decide he want to be money making game today. Taking a bot from the thief, lost to 2 hearts in green mail and takes a fairy revival. Gold sword, of course. Everything but progression. And half magic. Why? Because why not? You have 4 bottles and half magic. Now we have a proper match check. And our last pendant is in swap. So that mirror and flippers turn out might be not necessary. Scooby getting bullied in this hallway. They have all the offense, but not many defense. He has to watch out for these crickets too. Those also do 2 hearts in green if you are in green mail. Looks like our evil chat is already calculating the pedestal hype index, but we have already checked the pedestal. It's a piece of heart. More money? They have timber sword. They are not going to fight flying with hammer. Also, they're doing the same damage in every sense of word. I mean, let him have his day. I'm sorry for ruining his day. Hey. We still don't have anything. Well, ScoobyDoo going to a C-shape hole, going to meet his glass sword. But that's not going to affect the flying fight. Because no matter what sword you have, it does 1 damage, and he needs 3 hits on each phase and 3 phase total. Although the ghost sword does have a longer reach, so Vascos can take advantage of that. So ScoobyDoo is going to the Ding game, and next Stumpy, both of those we've seen before. He's for going to Ding game straight to the beer spot south of Grove. And here's our fetch quest. Without Ken, he cannot do a fake closer here, so I think his only option is to turn it in. Oh yeah, Scooby did sell Starco already. It's Vascos that didn't. I got them mixed up. Sorry. But I almost run out of time there. Just in time to dig up his treasure. That's Green Rupee. When you dig up the treasure, there's the traditional Zelda jingle to tell you that. We have the bow from Bombos. So now there are the lamp away from a full clear pot. If Scooby does darkroom, he can go straight up and clear pot regardless. And Vasco is going to check his shovel, only a piece of heart there. pyramid check from Vascos, from Scooby. And Vascos is going to go to his disappointment cave and likely go to uh, Bumble's tablet after that and claim his bow. ScoobyD going straight to pot after that. After the pyramid check, finding nothing. So Scooby paying tiny portion of his fortune to Kiki to open the pot of darkness. We'll see what's inside. Looks like Scooby is using the mirror to finish his turn first. He'll find his flippers here and whatever is on Armos. His if open pot before mirroring, if you mirror while Key is behind you, he will run away and waste you 10 rupees. Not like they need those 10 rupees, but you have to go back and get it again. That's the time loss. So Chad is talking about tracking. I used to be I was a tracker in a 4P tournament. Let me tell this. The speed gaming tracker eats input. So yeah, there's that. And Vascos is continuing to on catfish. We never see that before. Let's see what we find here. And a mirror send Vascos straight to waterfall wishing and Zora's domain. So that's pretty efficient routing. Let's see if Scooby does that after his Eastern in pod. Vascos really needs to claim his bow on Bumble's tablet. So the surprising thing is we are 14 minutes into a seed and Death Runner is not in logic yet. Absolutely nothing on source domain. Let's see where Vascos go next. He could sequence break onto Death Mountain with his Power Glove. Looks like he's doing just that. Meanwhile, Scooby is using the is trying to hit the Igors in the dark room. With Gold Sword, you don't need bow and arrows to do that. They die in one slash of Gold Sword. But if that is, if you know where they are, he's got the key. So Green Igors die to one slash of Gold Sword. You rarely see that in play, but he's low on health now, and I think he's out of berries. He might need that blue goo. So with current equipment, Vascos can get all the items in Lightwood Death Mountain, but they will all be a sequence break until they find the lamp or the flute. Not seen in Spectral Rock and Cave, we're off to Tower of Hera and Ether Tablet. Tower of Hera has the potential to be fire locked, so we'll see if that happens. More fetch quests from Ether Tablet. Scooby finish off Almost Life, get his red pendant, is off to pot. He has bow and hammer. This is full clear if he can do dark room. Meanwhile, first item in Hera is red rupee and a small key. We are fire locked in out of Tower of Hera. And Scooby finds a flute in the first chest of pot. So that puts whatever Vascos doing now back into logic, because that chest does not require any bow whatsoever. Blueberries, a floating island. So for any newcomers here, we found the book in the back of Escape. So they checked the pet store 8 minutes in on their first trip to Lost Woods and find out that it's a piece of heart. After all the beeping on Spiral Cave, he found a piece of heart. Doesn't feel, but and gets bopped, get ganked by Mini Mondron on the side. He's going need to come back again for the rest of East Death Mountain, namely the Paradox Cave. Let's see what Scooby finds here in Darkroom of Pot. With that flute in Pot, Vasco could very easily find lamp here on Death Mountain. That's Bumbles on the first item in the basement. and another small key. Hera, they got a small key. It's fire blocked. The big key is in the basement, and you need a light torch for that. Mirror Shield, Leopard, and King of Samoria, and Titan Smith on Paradox Cave. That's your Turtle Rock SS starter kit, and Vasco can now do the Dark Death Mountain as well. Scooby opting not to do the Dark Maze Room is going out of pod. With that blue though, Scooby should be following towards Death Mountain shortly, but he will be checking Catfish and Zora's domain first. Going through a wrong door to a Super Bun Cave. Paradox Cave entrance is on the right, while Super Bun Cave is on the left. It's very easy to mess up. And nom 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 goes the blocks. That's Fire Rod. If I had the medallion to enter the local, I would absolutely do so, but I will go clear Tower of Hera first now. Bumbles for Turtle Rock. Scooby, while turning the mushroom, was smashing the Y button a little too hard, activated the bumbles in the process. So in theory, when Scooby come up here, he can enter Turtle Rock, but Turtle Rock will be a secret break because the lamp is Bumbles is in a dark room. While Vascos is going to a tower room to claim the big key and complete the Tower of Hera. Is getting bullied by the tiles here. This does not look good. Didn't make it back in time for the invincibility. Just slash them. Now he has 3 more mini modules to evade. And then 2 red star balls here in the big queue. He got big key. Safely. And takes a death rock to reveal his health. While Scooby is going to Zora domain, we know there's nothing here, but it's efficient routing check, so why not? Meanwhile, Vasco's left Hera after clearing the big key. He probably thought he already cleared Hera, and saw that was only an item. Yeah, he's going back in. I mean, it's muscle memory that you think you go back for a title room is the last item, not the big key. Meanwhile, Scooby is going to activate his flute and likely following straight to this mountain. With all the boots and the hook shot, he can make a risky bump jump. If he missed, he will fall 2 floors to that big chest. But I can see why you want to do the normal way, the God's intended way, but Dev's intended way for today's big chest. Modern Fight, 2 slash of Ghost Sword will do the deal. But Spin has higher hitbox. So Scooby here in this mountain will get his Titan Smith, his King of Samaria, his Fire Rod. We'll see if he enters Turtle Rock, as he will also see that it is Bumbles, but Vascos going to the last item location here on Death Mountain, except for Hookshot Cave, that is the Spike Cave. With that cave in Logic and Half Magic, this item location is currently actually in Logic right now. Well, he doesn't know that until he gets the fruit from Pod, but if you're here, you should go get that. Looks like Vasco is going to check the Bumble tablet. He will get his ball, and then he should proceed to Eastern and Pod. So while they are likely to retrace each boundary step, if you like what you're seeing here, make sure to give both runners, that's Vascos and ScoobyD, a follow. And if you want to see more ALTTP randomizers race, you should give Speed Gaming Network a follow. That's 1 through 6. I think we have currently other tournaments going on right now. They're also awesome. I know there's a Mega Man 2 tournament on the main Speed Gaming channel, and if you want to watch more randomizers, there are also ALTTP randomizer channels. That's 1 through 4. You can follow this to see all the restreamed races. There are of course a lot of races each week. Not every one of them will be restreamed, so you can use multi-twitch for those not unrestreamed match if you want to catch those. Vasco's going to desert, going to learn the bad news that is boost locked. Yeah, finding the map in that first chest is confirming that there is going to be boost luck because there's going to be a key on the torch. So Vascos with level is going to the eastern and pot plate. Let's see how many dark room does he what dark room does he do? Meanwhile, ScoobyD claimed all his goods here in Paradise Cave. Answering chat, Vasco's fake flipper to hobo find the cape. Found the cape here, but Bomber Cave is a piece of heart, so that's not required. So yeah, when I try to do the pod docking, I always pull out the map for the dark maze. And in the turtle room, now that Vascos has fire rod, he can light the torches in those rooms if you can align it well. And Vascos coming down to the first chest is going to learn the fact that all he does up in Death Mountain is going back in sequence. We see the Bumbles decide not to go in just yet. It's going to clear out Terra first. Let's see if it goes back to Turtle Rock after this. Unlikely. But I mean, who wants to Turtle Rock? I personally dive into Turtle Rock the first chance I get because I play way too much Kisanity. I have already subject to the fact that I need to dive Turtle Rock and multiple times on top of that. But this is standard, so it may not be required in this mode. Scooby got a tile out of his coffee break. Of all the things, why is the tile so exciting this seed? It's down to 1 heart now. Scooby claimed his bumbles in the dark room, so there used to be a chance that he does not know that, but he checked the menu, I think he saw it, and he casted on which quick cleaning the mushroom by mistake, so I think he knows he has fumbles. It's pretty hard to miss you having something if you actually test it. Yeah, that was my dog. Dog. That was my dog. Finally managed to light a torch here in the dark maze. Have a heart left. Going to drink the blue goo. While Scooby is going to claim his crystal. While Scooby with his flute, he's going to check Mr. Meyer's area. This part is in logic because flute is very early in part. So early, in fact, that's the first chest. And here's our lamp. In the mine shed. And that's quick for Mr. Meyer. So we still need to find that. I'm not sure what was the second game part. I didn't see anything noteworthy. So with that lamp in hand, Scooby is going straight to Ice Palace. No, oh, he's going to Hobo first. He has not done that yet. He's going to find his cape. So for the crystal dungeons, we only need Boots, Quid, and Ice Rod left. But for Ganon's Tower, we still need a hook shot. While Vascos is in turtle room. So suppose light the torch successfully. There's an alternative strat that you just hammer whatever, and if you hear a turtle flip, you just fumble them. Brutal but effective. While Scooby is also coming back in to finish part. Hookshot is not optional unless you can hover Modern 2. Set this slash hammer special to the mask and 2 golden sword slash to the jewel. And Hamasaur is down. And Hamasaur drops some bombs. You can use bombs for the Hamasaur Max as well, but those they can bounce off, so not really optimal in the real-time settings. Vasco decided not to finish up Eastern and Almost Light, because that's a pendant, so he's only risking 1 item, and we know it's nothing. And Almost Light drops 3 bombs when Scooby finishes them. Vasco is now going to activate his flute, and plays Alright for our Hyrule National Anthem. Now after this, he's likely to follow into my area as well. That will find him his lamp, and we'll see where he goes from there. Looks like he's going to do the blacksmith stuff first. He's going to take the frog and do the pet cave and return the frog. With all the boots, he has to bash those pegs one by one. More bombs. These seeds really bombs. Ugh. Scooby is going to check his stick spot, going to find his piece of heart. While Vasco is going to check the mat better with some real powder. Nope, nothing here as well. So the crystal dungeon can complete is ice pass, but depending on the distribution of small keys, part of that dungeon might not be in logic yet. While Scooby is doing the same checks, nothing yet. Looks like our progression might be ice or turtle rock now. Or it could be skull woods. Green pendant skull woods X Sahasrara item. Next, who gave us that? We are going to ice. So ice pass. With with bomb jumps, you can go everywhere, but bomb jumps are not considered when writing the logic. So we'll see if the first few chests here is a small key that will decide whether the right hand side of this dungeon is in logic or not. Ice Pass has 3 items in it, and that's our first big old 20. While ScoobyD is going to take his chest on the North Dark World tour, going to check Bumper Cave and Graveyard Ledge before floating for the for the for for the item inside it. Is opting not to do the bomb jump because with King of Samaria, you don't need to do the bomb jump to open the boss door. Trying to walk up down the stairs or the door without boots in a fight space is a pain. So with Mettler, I don't believe the right hand side chests are in logic yet. There are no small keys here. We'll see what the iced tea room gave us before being sure of that. Ice Pass logic is very complex. Nice big key, bro. And without a hook shot, you need to bomb jump across the pit to open that big chest. Let's see how he manages this bomb jump. You need to take care of this jelly first, and you want to face left to the downward ledge, to the downward ledge, and face left and place a bomb. And squeeze right a little bit. You need to face up to place a bomb and squeeze a little to the right, and you will make it through. Looks like Scooby is making the same play. Made it. Let's see what the right hand side chest has. Reminder this is a sequence break. You The logic would want hookshot to access this area because there's no smoking in the first few chests. So whatever they find cannot lead to the hookshot. French vanilla bluebell. That's second item. And the ice rod. So that sequence break kind of pay off, so they don't need to double the turtle rock now. So if Logic dedicate a double tip turtle rock because of that hookshot, Vascos here just bypass that. Scooby makes the primary Ice Splash bomb jump first try, while Vascos counting his items did not open a big chest because he knows it will not lead to anything. Coasted by with Bumble, Spyrod, and Ghost Sword, I think those pop will melt real fast. Just like that. Oh, Vascos with Ice Rod, Fire Rod in hand, it's a full kill Turtle Rock time. So if Scooby wants to, he can mirror here and go through the bomb jump again to open that door without uh, doing this secondary bomb jump if he's not comfortable with it. Although that does take quite some time, but it's not going to take as much time if you fail this over and over again. So, Terra, what do you have for us today? This bunch looks good. Not right enough, I think. You have to be the very edge of the, the floor to make this bomb jump. I will really considering mirror at this point. If you are very good at the first bomb jump, you can make it making through the first part really fast. Now this is good. He makes it. Now he just to make sure he doesn't die checking these three chests. Vascos recognizing he does not have the fire rod need to go this way in this room. Das boots. So we are a quick away from crystal, all 7 crystals, and quick and hook shot away from full go mode. Camera is the most brutal room in the game, the Chintron room. They say Chintron room is like fine. If you do it on script, you'll be fine. But if when off script, you got flopped all over the place. ScoobyD also counted his items, not going to open any more chests now. So, as chat is discussing, Ice Rod is in Ice Palace, locked behind hookshot. So we know that hookshot cannot be in Gan's tower because its Gan's tower is behind Chinex, that is behind hookshot. But Turtle Rock can have hookshot and any other location we have yet to check that which is the entirety of the first part of Swamp Pass, and with Boots the first in the Fireball Room in Turtle Rock. That also includes Desert Pass and the Boots location, Bunkrod and King's Tomb. And as Death Pass is our other 5-6 crystals, Hookshot can also be in Pyramid Theory. Scooby, after finishing Ice Palace, following the Ice Rod towards Turtle Rock as well. So Vascos is low on magic. If he wants to use the cape on the laser bridge, he's going to take this full magic reveal like he just did. So the laser bridge can be done with Mirror Shield, but if you want to go out of chest, you need to charge a spin, which takes time, and you need to release it, which takes more time. So far, nothing yet. Still nothing. The last chest is going to be a small key, so we're off. So there's nothing here in Turtle Rock, because Hookshot cannot be on Chinex because the formation is Ice Rod. Well, the chest it wasn't TR per se, but if it's in desert, that means this dip into Turtle Rock is required. Coming up is the Chinex fight. Gold Sword, half magic. There with boots, there's the potential for a 0 cycle. I think he missed it, but still a beautiful 1 cycle first phase. Onto the second phase. So answering check, this is the 1-1 match. That's quick. That's convenient. That tells us the hookshot cannot be in Mystery Mine as well. And if Vascos can hover, he's in go mode. So what should we call this? A hover go mode? Big keys on the torch. This means small keys going to the big chest. Let's say Vascos check the items here in desert. This desert palace is in logic for hookshot, unlike Mystery Mire. We have an item on lemons. Now after that is the interesting part. Uh, as an as I'm not playing, I have the time to think about logic to know that hookshot ice rod is behind hookshot, so that quick is behind the hookshot, which means Mystery Mire cannot have hookshot. Does the runner knows that? If he knows that, he will be go moding this map because he knows he will not find a hookshot here. Not that Gomo Mire is going to be. Gomo Mire is potentially better, but not guaranteed. So this hookshot is not in Desert Palace, so well, it's either Water Fairy or Swamp Palace for hookshot, I think. Do we still have anywhere else? Vascos meanwhile is entering Mystery Mire. Will he be looking for items here? Oh yeah, the boat's location are not checked as well, thank you. Our tracker. And all the people in chat reminding me that. Chat brings us a good point. I'm not following the logic update that closely. I'm not sure whether mirror is going to be considered in logic like it said here. So we'll see. We'll see. So far, nothing is found in Mystery Mire. He erroneously hit the switch again. Now that chest is blocked off. He'll need to do that again. Wow, Chet brings up an evil point, a big point. The first chest in Hookshot Cave is now in logic because of the boots. Wow. Is he going to check that? Yes, he is. Got it denied by the jetty for the first bonk. A red mail. I mean, why not? We're not finding a big key yet. There's only one chest they can be in, right next to the big chest. I mean, there's only 2 item locations left and it's just right next to you, so why not check it? So there's an item, Unpictuous. If mirror is not considered in logic for Ice Palace, the hookshot is not going to be Unpictuous, but if it does, then it could. Meanwhile, ScoobyD is following the quick drop from Chinese, going to Mire as well, and finishing Desert on his way. Pictures fight with both without silver arrow, you need 3 arrows per small eye. So, but you can just use the spin strat. Point sideways, just don't poke the eye and spin, and you kill the small eyes very easily. And then 8 arrows towards the big eye, and victory is down. And that's our 7th crystal. Well, I don't know if he's going to climb Gan's tower just yet, but as it is our 7th crystal, I'm going to start the guessing game now. So upcoming might or might not be Guinness Tower, but there are 20 locations where the big key can be. Put your guess in chat. Looks like Vascos does not hover. Going to check the boot location first. I mean, who learns hover on the fly here? Who does that? Here's our hookshot in Kingston. In 1 hour 42 minutes, Vasco's in goal mode but has no more dungeons to kill. He's straight up to Guinness Tower. So if you come late, we have already started this game. Those who have subscribed to Speed Gaming channel, whichever it is, whichever doesn't matter, or donate 250 bits across the channels, have a chance to go onto the leaderboard. But those who are not, you can still play. It's mainly for fun. It's going to take the Turtle Rock portal. If everything goes fine, this portal is faster than the Dog Rock portal, but the difference is mid-scale, so it's down to preference. If we want to change the dead rocks or not. At 1 hour 44 minutes, Vascos opens Guinness Tower. Vasco is not going to check the first two chests on the right side first. This indicates a 4 left or a Dark Magician route. Having a small key on the torch, he's going to take it. We're not going to see Bob today. For those unknown, Bob is an adversary that glitches out if you don't take the torch item. While he's not killing the Stealthos, he's mirrored out this Dark Magician route. Dark Magician checks the Stealthos room, doesn't kill Stealthos, mirrors right out and go full right hand side. That's number 6. Number 7. A compass room. Uh, Silver arrows in Ganon's tower. Whoever takes the right hand side gamble will see it. Looks like we're going to have a full right hand side here. Go from right hand side to ice almost. If he can get across this room. Okay, he made this through. Yeah, the hardest part is Dark Magician's Well is the two room you just see, the conflated bell room and the double bar room. I would do that well if I know how to do those rooms. So that inspiry on the bottom right that he just powdered will be Bob if that torch key is not taken. And we have big key there. That would be 12, I believe. Yeah, I think that's 12. Yeah, that is indeed Bob's chest. So Vascos climbed by the gauntlet right. He only has 4 hearts, but I think he still got a few potions. Does not take the refill room. He's going to face these enemies heads on. Meanwhile, ScoobyD claims his 7th crystal. We'll see if he go check other locations for hookshot or he hovers and going up to the Dynagans tower immediately. So that battle rush shot he did just now is very interesting. The red cell bullets is likely to just walk straight into that hitbox and that would be very bad. But unfortunately that didn't happen. The find his hookshot is in full go mode at 1 hour 50 minutes mark. Beautiful with rope rooms with the King of Samaria strats. taking that refill and also evading the potential against our despawn. Vascos, despite armed to the teeth, still checking the chest before Modern 2. He might want Burma so that they use less magic while you will try to slash Ganon with that gold sword. Unfortunately, it takes a fall on Modern 2. Scooby also goes to left hand side without checking the first two chests. Meanwhile, Vasco is coming out to the geometry exam that is Aghanim 2. Good double. Got blue bolt here. Look at ScoobyD is also using a dark magician strat. That one just grazed next to Aghanim, who has 3 hits to go. I must have counted wrong because Aghanim is down. I must beat the cycle or something. I counted so wrong. Well, we are off to Ganon fight. With golden sword, silver arrows, and cape in half magic, this should be a relatively safe fight. Yeah, I might have missed the first cycle. So Ganon fight with golden sword, the first two phase requires 6 slashes. With the Ganon turns his head, you know he's through the first phase, and he's going for the second phase. And with that, hookshot strat is through to the third phase, but cannot. The fire bat does not spawn if you hit him fast enough after he stops teleporting. Did you find the silver arrows in my tower? Sure. Gets the torch glitch? Not exactly necessary. Oh, that's a Ganon Hawk. Ganon Hawk on blue mail is 6 heart of damage. You need to be careful not to do that again. One fire bat can kill him right now because fire bat do 3 hearts on blue mail. That's a good double, and Ganon is defeated. He didn't fall after Ganon, and Vascos has officially finished with an speed racing TV time of 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 23 seconds. Get your GGs in, and let's see we'll get him in for an interview. Looks like he's here. GG.
GG.
So let's go from the start. How do you feel about that? 3 swords and 4 bottle 10 minutes in?
Then that was kind of weird. I'd rather have had progression items than that.
Yeah, but hey, uh, you got through just fine.
Yeah.
So let's see. I think the thing that put you ahead is the overall routing. Uh, so that did you know that the ice rod is behind the hook shot in Ice Palace?
Yeah, I remembered that right after finishing Mario. I was like, oh, I need to go up to GT now, fast, and then I remembered, oh wait, Ice Rod was hookshot locked. So yeah, that's why I knew I had to
Yeah.
check outside of GT.
Yep. Scooby did almost the same route as you. Uh, is now in Gaines Tower doing Gauntlet.
Oh, so it's pretty close then.
Yep, it's pretty close. He does the part of part first. Without the bow. No, he has the bow. He do the first part of Doctoring the Dark Basement, got a bumbles. But did not finish that because the big keys in a dark maze that he didn't do.
Yeah, makes sense.
So your sequence broke up to Death Mountain. So were you looking for bow after finding those mid Samaria and Fire Rod?
I wasn't necessarily looking for bow. I was looking for anything, to be honest. So that I got the bow was pretty lucky, I guess. I was more looking for when I went up Death Mountain, I was looking for a fire source in general, and after that I was searching for the boots because I had a feeling that desert would be boots locked, which it turned up being.
Yeah, we slept book very early. Scooby went to desert early, and we know his book slot from there. So we've been wondering where the boots can be as well. So any general conclusion, feelings about this seat?
I don't know. This seat was very sequence breaky. Like so much was would have been double dips if you went along the logic. Like pot would have been a double dip. Um, Todorock would have been a double dip.
Yep.
So it's a bit annoying, I guess. Good thing I didn't go by logic.
Yep. And neither did your opponent. So
Yeah.
the ice palace bomb jump. Did you practice that, or I know that jump is
Yes, I
rarely
practiced it.
used.
I just intended to do I intended to do a full clear. That's why I skipped the regular bomb jump, and
Mm-hmm.
the one skipping hook shot I just forgot a bit how to do it exactly.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's why it took a
reasonable
bit longer.
because that jump is just so rarely used. If I were you in your situation, I would have just mirror out and do the primary bomb jump.
Yeah, it's pretty easy once you know what you have to do. Because it's pretty similar to the one in Paradox Cave. So
Mhm.
it's pretty straightforward once you know what you have to do.
Your opponent is in Aga 2 now. You are free to stay here and finish. Stay with us towards. Um, uh, sorry, I'm bumbling. Stay with us until they finish and do a interview with him as well. So it's going to the Cannon fight as well. The same deal, 6 slash from for first and second phase. But with Red Mail, instead he can take one more hit from the fire bat, but he opts to use the blue potion now.
Did my opponent find the silvers?
Yes, he did the same Dark Magician route as you,
Oh, nice.
which is interesting because we rarely see people do that, but now both of you do that.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
So about that red mail I just talked about, that was in the first chest of Hookshot Cave.
Oh, yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that I forgot to do that.
Up to not do the torch glitch. Got the doubles. And what this should be it. Yeah, Gannon's down. Now he just have to go across the bridge towards Triforce room and finish this seed. Get your Jesus in for Scooby as well. I'll see if he wants to join us for a talk here. So while we're waiting, a special shout out to our tracker, Yong's wife, uh, doing doing a great job tracking this race. And if you like what you just saw, remember to give both brother Vascos and ScoobyD a follow. And if you want to watch more tournaments, the Speed Gaming Network, that's Vanilla, no numbers to 6. Uh, and if you want to watch more Randomizer, a link to the past, there are also ALTTP randomizers that's vanilla, no numbers to 4 as well. Looks like he isn't online on Discord. Vasco, can you ask him on the racing channel?
Sure. Okay, apparently his Discord is updating right now, so we'll be here in a bit.
Okay. So while we are waiting, coming up next on this channel is 6 a.m. It's going to be D2 Ken versus Louis 404 here on Speed Game 3. And should be happening in any moment on the main Speed Game channel is Haka Self versus Nikki Noel. And there are just so many randomized race today. Well, just like every day, that is.
Yeah, gotta get those races in within a week. 256.
Looks like Scooby is in chat. He's saying the Discord is trying to update, but it's not coming through. So do you want to do the interview in chat? So Vascos, you are moving on to 2 and 1. How do you feel about your general progression in this tournament?
I'm feeling pretty good. My first and third race were pretty good on my side, though the second wasn't that great.
I look forward to all your future races.
Thank you.
So I guess looks like Scooby is doing everything for you. He's going to try to use Discord on a different device to come in for an interview. Looks like he's here. GG Scooby. He's setting up his device right now. I think we'll be hearing from him very shortly. Hello?
Hello, is it working now?
Yep, it totally is. GG.
GG, thank you.
GG.
So, how do you feel about the sea in general?
You know what? In general, I didn't mind it that much. Better than my last few. I just spent too much time on Overworld before going into Ice Palace.
Yeah, that ice rod really put everything in perspective, because that thing is behind the hook shot.
Yeah, I almost went to an early TR, but I really didn't feel like we was going to find the ice rod there. I didn't think it was going to be quite as convoluted as it was.
Turns out the sequence break pays off though. Both you and Vascos get the ice rod with that secondary bump jump and get the boot from Turtle Rocks and avoiding the double dip TR.
Yeah, no, I was happy about that. That whole Smith sequence and the purple chest just killed me.
So let's talk about early game. With books on in the back of the escape. You guys actually both check the pedestal for us, which is very interesting to see 8 minutes dream die.
Yeah, it actually happened to me once in the Key Sanity tournament that I got early book. And I actually got lost on the way to the pedestal because nobody comes from that direction to check the pedestal.
In NMG, you go the way.
Well, yeah, it's NMG. Yeah. Too rich for my blood.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's just pretty convoluted forest up there.
Well, it's called Lost Wood, not for nothing.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, after that, I definitely made sure to learn it. So I got there fine this time.
So the major difference, I think, just as said, is the overall routing. You dip into the pot first, without the lamp, and finding bumbles in the dark basement. And which happens to be Turtle Rock. I hear you didn't want to double dip in Turtle Rock first because you don't feel the extra being there, which it actually isn't.
Yeah, that actually had something to do with it. When I got the fire rod, I went in Super Bunny. I almost save and quit. And then I almost went to Turtle Rock. And then I realized, wait a second, Bombos is locked behind a dark room. So there isn't going to be too many things. Like that kind of chops off a big chunk of it. So then I just did Hera instead.
So, so I think we should about to wrap this up here. Right now there should be a race going on Speed Gaming. So if you want to watch more randomizers, go there. We have randomizers all day today, this Saturday. I've been Plastic. This the race. And see you next race. Bye bye.